Just one slip, and you might never get up on your own again. Over 32,000 older adults die each year just from falls, mostly right in their own homes, the places they feel safest. The sad part is, so many of these falls are preventable if we just take exactly 2 minutes each day. Yes, only 2 minutes. No need to leave your house, no equipment, no need to be fit already. As long as you can stand, you still have a chance to walk without help, without fearing you will be the next one found motionless on that cold bathroom floor. Did you know good balance also helps slow down aging, boost memory, and lower the risk of hip fractures, often called the thief of an older person's independence? And if you have ever felt your legs giving way, your knees feeling unsteady, or you find yourself struggling to stand up without grabbing onto a chair, then this video is definitely for you. In the next few minutes, I will share 7 simple movements recommended by physical therapists to help improve flexibility, build joint strength, and enhance your sense of balance. So don't go anywhere just yet, because one of these exercises, taking just 15 seconds a day, has helped thousands avoid their next potential fall. And if these insights resonate with you, you will want to make it easier for our next video to find you. Let's get started. First exercise, stand on one leg each morning. Someone who can stand firm still has a chance to keep walking, instead of ending up helpless after an unseen fall. Many older adults often overlook a tiny yet crucial sign, their ability to stand steadily on one leg. Not everyone realizes that losing balance isn't just a case of getting old and a bit wobbly, but it could be the first warning of more serious problems quietly developing inside. The truth is, according to a Brazilian University of Medicine study, those unable to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds face nearly double the risk of death within the next 10 years compared to those with good balance. Losing balance is linked to nervous system decline, muscle weakness, and can even be an early sign of cognitive decline. It might seem like just standing around, yet it's a daily test for survival. Imagine 2 men, Bill and George, both 76. Each morning after waking, Bill spends 30 seconds standing on one leg, lightly touching a table, seeing how long he can hold it. He gradually built up to over 15 seconds per leg and now walks flexibly, no cane needed. But George was different. He ignored his balance, and once rising from his chair without thinking to hold on, he fell, breaking his hip. After that, he never dared to go outside alone again. Falls are the leading cause of severe injuries and unintentional death in people over 65. A fall doesn't just break bones. It also shatters confidence, independence, even those precious final years that should be enjoyed in good health. The good news is, you can absolutely improve your balance with just one simple exercise. Every morning after brushing your teeth, try standing on one leg while lightly holding the sink. Start with 5 seconds per leg, then slowly increase. If it's tough, don't lose heart. Balance, like a muscle, improves with practice. You can try it right now. Just stand up and see if you can balance on one leg. Just 10 seconds. Standing on one leg. Sounds simple, yet it could be what saves you from a year in bed, or worse, never walking again. And the next exercise is the heel-to-toe style walk. A slowing brain doesn't always send a warning sign, but unsteady feet certainly will. Each step you take, seemingly just physical motion, is actually a whole quiz for your brain and nervous system. Many older adults don't realize that the ability to coordinate steps, especially walking heel-to-toe, is one of those simple yet powerful signs of how agile you still are, both physically and mentally. According to a U.S. National Institute on Aging study, those over 70 who struggle with the heel-to-toe walk, stepping so the front foot's heel touches the back foot's toe, often face a higher risk of cognitive decline, are more likely to trip, and are even more vulnerable to dementia. That's because maintaining balance during this movement requires your brain to coordinate vision, muscles, and spatial sense, all working together smoothly. Helen and Doris, both 74, lived in the same neighborhood. Helen spent 2 minutes each morning walking heel-to-toe down her hallway as if on a tightrope, training her legs and sharpening her mind. Consequently, she stayed agile, her memory sharp, her steps confident. Doris, on the other hand, didn't give it much thought. She walked often, but didn't focus on balance coordination. One day, rushing out, she slipped and fell, breaking her wrist and needing months to recover, both physically and mentally. Walking heel to toe not only helps keep your legs flexible, but also activates the part of your brain that controls balance and spatial awareness. Ignore this, and you're letting your brain and legs quietly weaken over the time without you even noticing. The solution is straightforward. Find a small hallway or place a strip of tape on the floor as your walking line. Every day, take 10 heel-to-toe steps forward, then back. If you feel unsteady, do this near a wall for light support. Start slowly and stick with it daily. Wondering if you are still mentally sharp? Check your feet. If they can still manage that heel-to-toe coordination, your brain is still in the game. But if not, don't wait for it to give up quietly. The third exercise is gently rotate your ankles. Many people fall thinking their knees failed them, but the real culprit is often hidden below, a place few notice: your ankles. Older adults often assume knee pain or falls are just natural due to old age and weak bones. But few realize that one reason your footing feels unsteady, or you falter and stumble, actually starts in a small spot down below, your ankles. When your ankle joint gets stiff, your body's ability to react and adjust weight decreases. And that's exactly when danger can strike, leaving you no time to respond. According to University of North Carolina research, older adults have 30% less ankle range of motion than younger people, significantly increasing their fall risk. An inflexible ankle is like a rusted wheel. It won't turn when needed, making your whole body tense up, yet you can still easily lose control. Picture two elderly gentlemen, Robert and Thomas, both over 75. Robert spent 2 minutes each morning sitting, rotating each foot as if drawing circles in the air. Just weeks later, he found standing up and stepping off curbs easier. Even climbing stairs hurt less. Meanwhile, Thomas, who often complained of knee pain, paid no mind to his ankles. Once, walking quickly across his backyard, he lightly tripped on a tile edge and fell hard. The cause wasn't weak knees, but ankles too inflexible to adjust to a sudden misstep. Many people think focusing on their back or knees is enough, but your ankles are the first to sense and adjust to the ground. If your ankles are stiff, the joints above, from knees to hips, must overwork. That's a domino effect leading to falls, aches, and widespread weakness. The solution? Very simple. Sit on a chair, lift one leg, and rotate your ankle in circles, 5 times clockwise, then counterclockwise. Switch legs. Do this each morning while brushing your teeth or having tea. For a more advanced version, stand, hold a chair, and gently rotate your ankle while lifting your heel. Don't wait for a fall to realize your legs aren't responding like they used to. Start with the smallest thing, and perhaps the most important, right under your feet, your ankles. The fourth exercise is practice standing up without hands. If you need to grip a chair to stand up, your body is sending an urgent signal. You might lose your ability to walk freely in a few years. Many older adults see standing up a bit slowly or needing to hold a chair to get up as normal. But in reality, it's not just a sign of aging. It's a clear sign your thigh muscle strength is diminishing. And when thigh muscles weaken, everything else follows: knee pain, unsteady steps, and a greater risk of falling than ever. Research from the American Geriatric Society shows the ability to stand from a seated position without using hands is a simple yet extremely reliable way to assess thigh muscle strength and the risk of losing mobility. People unable to stand without hand support face a much higher risk of becoming dependent on others for daily activities within the next 5 years. Living in the same nursing home, Mr. Larry and Mr. Bill, both 78, started their mornings differently. Bill, though slow, still managed to stand up from his chair without help. He made it a practice to stand up and sit down several times daily. Larry, on the other hand, always had to use both hands on the chair arms just to get up. While Bill could still go to the supermarket and walk in the park, Larry needed a walker after just 1 year because his knees and hips grew noticeably weak. When your thigh muscles are weak, your body loses its main engine for movement. You'll struggle with stairs, stepping over curbs, and keeping your balance if you trip slightly. Gradually, that sense of freedom fades, replaced by worry, fear of falling, and fear of depending on others. But don't worry, you can improve this right at home with no equipment. Each day, pick a sturdy chair, sit straight with your feet flat. Then, try standing up without using your hands. If you can't yet, use your hands lightly for help. Do 5 repetitions each morning, gradually increasing the number weekly. That's a simple yet incredibly effective thigh exercise. How you stand up today determines if you'll still be walking steadily in a few years. Don't wait until your legs are truly exhausted to take action. Stand up for yourself today, quite literally. Next, we will come to the 5th exercise, reaching with a chair. Many elderly people can't walk straight, not because they're old, but because their spine has been allowed to slump daily, like a paperclip that's never unfolded. Many think a stooped back is just part of aging, but the truth is a hunched posture or curved spine isn't just an effect of time, but mainly results from poor posture, lack of movement, and the spine being constantly compressed without relief. According to Harvard University research, spending a few minutes daily reaching and extending your spine helps improve posture, boost blood flow, and slow vertebral degeneration. Those who keep this habit tend to stand straighter longer, have less back pain, and maintain flexibility even past 80. Imagine 2 80-year-old ladies. Mrs. Alice, every morning, stands by her bed, reaching both hands skyward as if picking fruit. After a few simple movements, her chest feels open, her back stretched, breathing deeply and easily. She still visits the market daily and cooks comfortably while standing. Meanwhile, Mrs. Ruth sits all day watching TV, her back seeming to shrink a bit more each month. Now she walks hunched over, shoulders drawn in, and often suffers from neck and lower back pain. Your spine is like the central pillar of a house. If you let it bend, crack, or compress daily without giving it a chance to decompress, soon your entire body's house will start to lean. And the consequences aren't just poor posture. They include difficulty breathing, digestive issues, and even sudden height loss from spinal compression. Fortunately, you can improve this with just 2 minutes each morning. Stand straight, extend both arms sideways, then reach skyward, opening your chest. Then gently twist your torso left, then right, inhaling deeply, exhaling evenly. Or if sitting, bring both hands behind your head, open your elbows, inhale, hold for 5 seconds, then exhale. Feel each vertebra as if it's breathing. A healthy spine isn't luck, it comes from daily care. Stretch each morning as if you're gently unfolding your vitality, bit by bit. And the 6th exercise is clench and then release hands. A handshake measures not just strength, but life itself. Do you remember the last time you shook someone's hand? If your hand can't grip firmly today, what will catch you if you suddenly stumble? For older adults, hand grip strength isn't simply about being strong or weak. It's an extremely important vital sign, reflecting overall health, nerve reflexes, and even an indicator of longevity. University of Michigan studies show weak hand grip in people over 65 is directly linked to an increased risk of muscle weakness, reduced mobility, and dying 5 to 10 years prematurely, on average. A weak grip not only makes opening jars difficult, but also makes it easier to lose your grip when trying to steady yourself, or to fall without being able to react quickly. Living in the same nursing home, Mr. James and Mr. Carl, both 80, started each morning differently. James had a simple habit, clenching and releasing his hands 20 times each morning, like squeezing an imaginary softball. Thanks to this, his hands stayed strong, his reflexes sharp, and surprisingly, his mind remained agile and his memory keen. Meanwhile, Carl, once healthy, found his grip weakening recently, so much so he'd even drop a glass of water. Once, rushing downstairs, his hand slipped from the rail. That fall broke his shoulder, leaving him bedridden for months. Your hand isn't just for grasping, it's directly connected to your nervous system, arm muscles, shoulders, and even the brain's reflex center. If you don't train it, you not only lose strength, but also gradually lose your ability to react to everyday hazards. The test is very easy. Extend one hand, clench it tightly, then release. 10 times continuously. How does it feel? If it feels weak, tired, or trembles, it's time to start practicing right away. You can use a tennis ball, hand grippers, or simply rotate your wrists and stretch your fingers each morning. Your grip today can tell you how well your body is still listening to you. Don't wait until you drop something to realize your hand isn't strong enough to hold on to yourself. Finally, we come to the exercise. Gentle full body shake. Your body isn't old. It's just been sleeping too soundly for too long. And if you don't awaken it each morning, sooner or later you might not be able to wake it up at all. When you wake up feeling stiff, your steps heavy, joints clicking with every move, that's not a sign you're out of gas, but a reminder your body needs waking up. And the simplest way isn't medicine or a gym trip, just a few gentle full body shakes. According to Mayo Clinic geriatric specialists, gentle full body movement, like shaking arms and legs, rotating hips, lightly tapping shoulders and chest, helps lubricate joints, increases blood flow to organs, and activates your motor nervous system. Just 1 to 2 minutes each morning can jumpstart your entire system, like starting a car after a long night. Mr. Peter, 82, once said, "I don't need morning coffee. I just shake my shoulders and hips for a minute, and I feel wide awake." Each morning he'd stand before a mirror, swing his arms gently side to side, shake his legs as if dusting them off, then rotate his shoulders and lightly tap his chest. Thanks to this, he could still walk his dog and climb onto the bus unassisted. Mrs. Janet, the same age, usually just sat in her chair after waking, waiting for her body to loosen up on its own. As a result, she increasingly found her back stiff, legs sore, and lost interest in going out. You see, joints are like hinges. Unused for long, they dry out, stiffen, then seize up. Gentle shaking doesn't take much strength, but it boosts blood flow, warms muscles, and sends a message from your brain to each joint. Time to wake up. There's a whole day ahead. Try it tomorrow morning. Stand up, relax your shoulders, shake your arms and legs, rotate your hips and neck. Each movement just a few seconds. If you like, put on some gentle music and let your body sway. You don't need to dance. Just moving is enough to get your blood flowing faster, joints feeling more limber, and your mind feeling brighter. Don't let your body oversleep and then reach for medicine. Wake it gently, regularly each morning, and it will reward you with a whole day full of energy. Do you remember that feeling the last time you walked without worrying about your balance, without needing chair arms, without fumbling each step? Now that you know these simple yet effective exercises, you can start your journey back to confident stepping. No need for miracles, just 2 minutes each day to listen to your body, to remind your knees, hips, and ankles that I still need you to be strong and healthy. Ask yourself, how long has it been since you felt truly stable, not just getting by, but walking without worry, standing without a tremor, living without that fear of falling? You deserve that feeling, whether you're 68, 78, or even past 88. And if you only take away one thing from this video today, let it be this: stability begins with the smallest, most consistent movements. If you found this helpful, why not share it with a spouse, an older friend, or a neighbor? You never know that one share could prevent someone's next fall. Or feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Your words might just give someone else the courage to start. Thanks for sticking with me to the very end. May you always walk steadily, whether it's just in your backyard or on the journey through all your years to come.